There is one decisive moment in American history which isn't much written about, but which seems to be very important, and it does set up a contrast with Europe. And then you have to work sort of against the contrast. But that moment is the moment when the Anglo-American settlers, who thought that they were establishing an Anglo-American state, allowed themselves to become a minority in what they thought was their country. And that happened in the course of the 19th century, with a lot of resistance, resentment, nativist movements, hostility to immigrants, but it happened. Instead of America becoming an Anglo-American nation state, America became what Horace Kallen called a nation of nationalities, without a majority nation, and with an ongoing immigration. And that moment is obviously not going to be repeated in Europe. Cultural pluralism becomes an ideology. And that moment is in the teens and 20s of the 20th century. And it is after the second great wave of immigration. The first wave brought Irish and Germans, mostly Irish, to America in the 1840s and 50s. And the second wave brought South Europeans and Jews and Russians in the 1890s to 1920. And in each wave, there were efforts at Americanization. And Americanization was not an ethnic process. It wasn't assimilation into this Anglo-American. It was a political process. You had to learn what it meant to be a democratic citizen. You had to admire the Constitution. You had to celebrate the 4th of July and Memorial Day. And that was what was taught as Americanization. And the people who founded the ideology, the doctrine of cultural pluralism, accepted that kind of Americanization, but said it should stop there. Americanization should stop there. 5 years was established, and that means that immigrant groups very, very quickly constitute political constituencies that politicians have to deal with. When the Republicans in California adopted an anti-immigrant platform, the crucial issue was funding welfare services for illegal immigrants and for the children of schooling for the children of illegal immigrants. They wanted to stop doing that. That was a disaster because there were so many recent Hispanic immigrants who were voting. There have been repeated efforts, as you said, to develop a kind of anti-immigrant politics. But it doesn't work in a country where almost everybody's grandmother was an immigrant. It has been the Democrats who have generally supported the most liberal immigration laws and especially the opening up of a path to citizenship for illegal immigrants. That's the major issue in the United States today. That's the issue that's being debated. If Congress gets to immigration reform, that is the major issue. Should illegal immigrants be offered an opportunity to get on the 5-year path to citizenship, given that according to the Tea Party Republicans, they are criminals. They came in illegally, so why do you honor them with citizenship? But I think the moral argument is, if the American economy requires workers from abroad, as it does, and brings them in even illegally, if they are our co-workers, they have to be put on the path to co-citizenship.